Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from Hoover. Welcome, bienvenido, croeso y salam alaikum. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Chesh and Yak Shimash. So we are back today for another part of the Hoover Junior, and this time we're going to be sorting out the motor. Now it is rather mucky on the inside, so it's quite important that I do get this open and clean it out, and also to lubricate the bearings. Nothing beats lubricating the bearings to make a vacuum cleaner work quieter. Now this thing is slightly different to the older versions. This has a different kind of suppressor which is inside here. Now what I need to do is completely, and I'm just working out the looks of it. I'm going to have to take a photograph or two on the iPad, and then I'm going to start sorting this out. Anyway, let me get you guys up and over the bench so that you'll be able to see better, and let's get sorting out and giving this a bit of a heart bypass. Here we are, my little whippersnappers. We are now down on the bench looking at the motor. Now you can see the two screws in there which hold part of the armature. That's where the old suppressor would be. Now the suppressor is in here. So what I'm trying to do is to work out the wiring of it. Just get myself comfortable. Now that goes to the switch. That goes to the suppressor. So let me remove this and this. So they don't go near to the suppressor. That's the suppressor removed. Now, will that make any difference? Removing the suppressor links that to that. Do you know what? I don't think this. Let me try. I'm gonna have to try it. Because that's the blue and that's the red, and that's connecting the blue to the red, which makes a link. They're all connected up anyway, so I'm not sure if that's going to make any difference. There's only one way to find out, and that is to put these screws back in and test it. So I'm taking out the two screws. And then connecting it back up. This thing is a fiddly job on these. There we go. One. Two. Okay, so I'm going to put the motor down on its side, and I'm going to need the on and off switch. Let me just check my photos a second, hang on. So that goes in there, that goes in there. Right, let me hold down the motor so it doesn't jolt around. Let me plug it in. Okay, so that is all. Let me try that again. Oh, that doesn't sound good because that's not holding it in place. Right, let's unplug it. I've done that. It's unplugged. Okay, so that just came out. That's easier than I thought, thank goodness. We like easy. Always make sure that you're unplugged. Yeah. Let's remove the cable again. So there we go, that's the cable removed. So I'm going to pop these screws back in because I do not want to lose them. Right, okay. So I need to separate the motor, and that should be easy. I need to... Where's my little snips? So I can remove that. Have a little sip of my cup of tea. Oh, lovely. Now let me disconnect that from there. All of these are all just like pop in and pop out, so if I can just undo them like so. There we go. I can't remove this one because it's attached into the motor. So I need to remove the top what do you call it? That. It's full of dust in there. I can really see that this is going to be full of dust. So I need to remove the two what was formerly the suppressor screws. You might be asking why I'm not using gloves. It's because I need to get proper grip of things. Now I need to remove this screw from the top of the motor. Where's the bolt gone? Oh, it doesn't have a bolt. Oh, these don't have bolts. Oh, okay. Oh, right, okay. I'm looking for the bolt on the other side, but it doesn't have them. So that can go for that one. Then there is this one on the side. Which is longer. And then there's another one here. And by the looks of it, I can get access. Those are the three washers. I can get access to the other thingy-majig underneath here. Oof, God, that is so full of dust. Let me open up the flap and pull it out. Carbon brushes, that's the word I'm looking for. Bloody hell. Okay. That's the loom. And then open it up. Oh my God, and you can see that this is chock-a-block-a malocka full of crud. Right, let's undo these two screws that hold the cover. Put them together there. Then there's the one in the back. So we undo that one. That one, that cover, and now where they had screws before holding down that, they don't now. So I should be able to just lift it out. I can, but it's attached. That's the seal. So I'm gonna have to hold me closer, tiny dancer. I'm gonna have to lift this up. so I can remove that housing. To remove that, and then I can lift up this housing to remove that, lift up that clip to remove that housing. So right, okay, so there we are now just left with the bare motor. And these are manky. Manky, manky, manky. And this is manky as well. No rust on it, it's just dirt. Right, okay. So now we've got the motor apart. What I'm going to do is to clean up the bits. So let's stand up for that. Now I can put my gloves on. So I'm going to clean the housing first. Clean this. That's the back bearing. The armature. Pop that in there for now. Right. First things first, I need to go and wash these parts and then just give these a little bit of a clean up, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so now it's time to put this beastie back together. It's all clean and dry. So I'm gonna need that. This is like one giant jigsaw. Let me get a cloth. I have lubricated the parts that other lubrications cannot reach. It's time to put the beast back together. Now that goes in the back. That goes in the front. That goes there. That goes inside. Oops, something just fell on the floor. Trying to remember which way. Okay, when that screws on, that'll hold that into place. Now I just need to put this clip back in. And this side. There we go, that fits into the little groove. And in there. So that's in place. That's the rubber seal. It goes on there. I'm going to slide the carbon brushes in. And close the flap. One. Two. There we go. Slide the fan on. There we go, that stops the that keeps everything in place. One, two, three, before. There we go, that moves so much better now and will sound so much better. Now feed this through here. I do enjoy working on these now. Hang on a second. I need to put this in. I always forget to put this in. There we go. That doesn't sound right, but once we put these two screws in the side, it will. So let's get the motor closed up. And then these two that holds the armature casing into place. So there we go. That motor now is lovely and clean and all fixed. So what I need to do now is connect these two wires up. The suppressor is now out, so that's all I'm going to do is connect up these two wires, wire it back up. I'm going to use the pictures that I took on my iPad. So let's go into the pictures. Okay, so that went into there. That went onto there. That. Went onto there. Brown one went onto there, and the red one went onto there, and this blue one went onto there. Okay, let's get a little tie. Hang on a second. little tie around these cables. Et voila! That is the motor put back together. So again, before I do put it all together, I'm going to test it again. So yet again, I'm going to put the cable back on. I don't want to put it all into them all together and then find out then I've got to take it all apart again, so I need to test that the motor is working. And I can't stress enough how careful you have to be with these electrics. Let's do the blue one first. Then the brown one. So this has got the fan fitted to it now, so it could jolt. So it's really important to, what I've got here is a piece of cane. To hold this down from jumping around. Let's test it. And that sounds so much smoother than it did before. That is now done. Yet again, I have to take the cable off. Yep, definitely unplugged. Now this machine is not in that bad a condition. I've seen a lot far worse machines, including that last one that I did, the Hoover Junior. That was in a dear old state. There we go. Right. I need to do a little bit of a clean up and tidy up, put stuff away, lay out all the parts that I've cleaned, and then we can really start putting this beast back together. So that's the old suppressor. Goodbye, Felicia. Heart bypass surgery completed. Now that's all I need to do now is start putting the machine back together, and then we can give it a proper polish. So I'm going to get all of this set up and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we are at the part now where we're going to start putting this beastie back together. It's very exciting. That plate fits in there nice and snug. First I have to put this beastie on. So I have to reseal where I took it off. So I'm going to put a nice bead of silicone around. Like so. These are the two screws for the filler tube. which are there and there. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Dee 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 dee. Right. There we go. Now I can take a bit of paper and just remove any excess, like so. Now we need to put this into the body. I'm just looking to see where it fits in. So I can put a nice big thick bead of silicone along here. I was talking to Sam about this and I sent him some pictures. He was very proud that I had taken this plate off. So now we've got a nice big thick bead, because you really need it sealed in. I got this in the metal case, but it's actually plastic on this one, as you know. 1, 2, 3 screws. So I'm going to put that in first, and then line up the body and screw it on. Tight, but not too tight. After all, these are plastic threads. Alright, so that's all squished in nice and sealed. I can see all the way around. That's a really nice, good seal. So that is looking so much better. Now the next thing we have to put in is, of course, the motor, which will just fit in like so. So there is this rubber seal that fits in around there. So I am going to keep it, but I am going to put another bead of sealant, oops, going all the way around this. Then I'm going to put this on as well. Just wipe my fingers. Then on top of that, I'm going to put more. Another bead. I do not want dust getting into the motor at all. So I got the screws ready. So you can take the bottom screws out. Just loose for now. And the bottom ones. Where's the other one gone? There, we are in. I'll take another cloth, just wipe away the excess from the top. And that is beautifully sealed and installed. So there we go. That is the motor back in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this bit of the video here, and in the next part we will put the rest of this beast back together. So stay tuned and join me for the next part where we're going to put this Hoover Junior all back together. Bye guys.